Before we begin, we want to send our thoughts and prayers to everyone involved in the Pero Aguayo Jr. tragedy that happened over the weekend.
Beard!
This is Fans Talk Wrestling. It's a weekly conversation where fans talk the wrestling world in all of its laughable glory. This is episode 259, was recorded live on March 24th, 2015, right around 8 p.m. Eastern on FTWLive.com. Tonight, we preview WrestleMania 31 in the only way that makes sense, by playing the official Road to WrestleMania 31 board game designed and distributed by the great James Hornsby of BotchedSpot.com. My name is Garvin, and with us tonight is Joe. Say hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
And Nick. Say hello, Nick.
Tonight, I am the new face of fear.
Harrison. Say hi.
Hi.
And of course, we brought on the maker of this wonderful board game and the creator of BotchedSpot.com, James Hornsby. James, it's been way too long since you've been on the show.
I know. Thanks for having me back. And a great occasion, too, for the board game.
Yep. It'll be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Fans Talk Wrestling is a podcast series that is brought to you exclusively by the paid members of the FTW community, including new member Stuart. So happy to have listeners like him on board. You too can become a member and help keep this show funded. Just go to fanstalkwrestling.com, click the big green button, and pledge $1 a month or more. We are streaming this live, including the Twitch feed of our game board. On FTWLive.com, you can get everything there, both the Mixlr feed like normal, as well as the Twitch video feed. So if you're listening through the app or straight through Mixlr and want to view the game board as we play, move on over to FTWLive.com. We're also going to be releasing our gameplay on YouTube later on this week. So let's talk about this game board. James.
Yes.
Why did you start to do these game boards? Because this is the second year, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it is. And first I just want to say that I support you guys on Patreon. So
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we're very happy for that.
Oh, okay. Valued member. Okay. No. It's the second year.
See what happens. You support us on Patreon. You have an amazing webcomic and a board game to release, and we bring you on for a special version of the show.
Yeah.
So you just got to do all that stuff.
It's all coming together. That's right.
Yeah.
So why did you start this, and what do you want to see happen with these game boards?
Well, I started last year. Actually, I don't know. I have a Patreon too, and I kind of go in behind the scenes thing. So, kind of the thought process behind it. Not to go into business for myself or anything.
Oh no,
but
this is your channel.
But yeah, it kind of started out as I was trying to come up with a joke last year about the Road to WrestleMania, about like comparing it to like a real map or something, kind of like a Middle Earth type thing, or just Google Maps or something with like a traffic jam of mid-card and like climbing the mountain of building whatever, and it wasn't coming together. So eventually it just kind of somehow clicked like, hey, I can make it a board game. And, and that just seemed to work really well, kind of like a simplified Candyland style where it's all like fun. And, of course, it's all insider jokes for us fans who obsess over the backstage stuff and, look at naked pictures of WWE superstars that are leaked and everything. So anyway, yeah, so now it's this is the second year. I think what I really want to do is try and come up with a good strategy for it, though, because it's always just simple dice rolls. So I'm trying to think of something to do that would be like, there's more choices involved, but I don't know. Like I was thinking about using cards, but then I'd have people that print out a bunch of cards. And anyway, so it's kind of where I'd like to see it go. But
sounds like a Patreon milestone to me.
Yeah, it should be. Make me think up of a strategy. Or how about if you back me enough, then you can come up with the strategy for the board game for me. I'll give you a little credit down the bottom. Anyway, but yeah, it's fun. So I'll probably keep on doing it because it's always a hit with most everyone that I see that comments on it seems to like it.
So, have you received feedback from people who are actually playing it, or is it just, fans of the comic that are just, glad that you're still producing things?
I think it's mostly people who say they're going to play it, but I never hear anyone say that they will play it. So I just assume that they're just blown away and speechless and don't have anything left.
Probably.
Or they
Just so you know, we do have that audio available. You can listen anytime you want. You can go back and listen to us play your game.
Oh yeah, actually I was listening at the time you were playing it. I was listening and thinking, why can't I be on? And here I am a year later.
Yeah,
right.
See what happens?
That's right. And I backed you on Patreon, so
right back at you.
All right, so let's talk about the rules of the game.
You roll dice.
Yeah, so you roll dice, go from spot to spot. Like you said, it's kind of like a candy line. It's almost like a.
Do you go from botch spot to botch spot, or?
Yeah, a little bit like that. It's almost like a Chutes and Ladders because you do have the go back, or you do have the shortcuts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Chutes and Ladders is more comparable. And like coming up with this, trying to decide like what should stay, like the Hall of Fame thing, that kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know.
All right, so for more information, you can head on over to BotchedSpot.com. Definitely give this guy your support through his Patreon campaign. That's all that information is on BotchedSpot.com. So let's go ahead and roll our first turn.
Do we have to roll for initiative because we can do that on this game?
Yeah, Joe, I didn't set up initiative. How do you do that?
Well, you would end up. Well,
you know what? Hang on. No, seriously though, James, you should have the honor. You made the board game. You should go first.
Thank you.
You rolled a crit 20 on your board. Oh god, this is gonna be like the nerdiest freaking. I mean, we do a pro wrestling podcast, and we are just gonna like dig into like uber nerd, next level on this one, man.
Strap in, folks. Here we go.
I know.
All right.
Okay, I think I rolled a 3, right?
Yep, you rolled a 3.
All right.
Yeah, so go ahead. Go ahead and move.
All right, here I go. 1, 2. Okay. Managed to, okay, yeah.
Cool.
Randy's missing
There we
a
go.
leg.
I take the lead.
No, he's got a knee.
running.
Yeah, he's running because he's going to hit the RKO out of nowhere. Yeah, just so if you guys aren't watching the Twitch feed, we made some custom, really, really poorly done custom game pieces.
They're awesome.
James is Randy Orton. I am Daniel Bryan. Joe is Enzo Amore. Nick is Bray Wyatt. And Harrison, of course, is the Bunny.
Which, I mean, it's pretty clear. What's the theory on who the Bunny is again?
He's Justin Gabriel. It's not theory.
He was.
Oh, it is.
Potentially.
No, it's Justin Gabriel. I didn't think it was Justin Gabriel. I thought
He
it was,
straight up said it.
Oh, he did. Okay, well, there we go.
Enjoy
Yeah.
this podcast.
All right, let's roll initiative for the rest of the turn order.
So I'm Flippy. Awesome.
So just a D6.
D6, but you roll initiative with the D20. This is sacrilege. Oh, I botched. I can't believe that.
Me too. We did the same thing.
Oh, so did I.
Nick, don't fail us. Oh, yeah!
All right, so we all go last. Let's do that again.
So
Let's do that again real quick.
James gets
All
like
right.
4 turns now while we all like do ours.
Oh, wait, was that rolling for initiative or?
No,
No,
you go first. Okay,
We're
so
letting you go first. It's your game.
Well, thank you.
Garvin
All right.
got a 3.
Joe, you and I, we got to roll off.
Nick got a 5. Hold on one sec.
Actually, you know what, Joe? You got a new kid on the way. You go before me. I'll go last. Or I'll
Thanks
go
for
before.
spoiling that.
yeah, way to
What?
go.
Yes, to everybody, now that Harrison spoiled it, my wife and I announced that we are expecting our first child in September. So there you go.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Everyone's getting laid. I don't get it.
That's the best part about having a kid, is walking around saying, see?
Let's do this. Garvin, I'm going to change you to a 2. I'll make Harrison a 3.
Yeah, that works.
Just so we can organize
Just
that.
Sounds good.
Get the show going. Because I can't imagine how riveting
All
it
right,
is to
Nick,
watch
you're up.
5 grown men roll for
Right.
initiative.
Could be worse. Could be a DNR live stream. What? Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah, they have long sessions.
1, 2, 3. For those not watching, I am spider walking all the way.
Yes.
Oh, you're upside down, Bray Wyatt.
I wish I could have found a transparent PNG of that.
Oh,
You could have cut it out
so
yourself.
I move 2 spaces. Roman looks strong. Move 1 space.
Nice.
Move up 1 space. There we go. Boom. It is a triple threat on the number 3 square.
Okay.
Harrison,
Rolling a D6, yo.
like a D6.
2.
Oh, he did the same thing.
Wow.
Oh, this does look strong. I will
Yeah.
move up to 1 space.
Jeez, who made this game?
I know. And Garvin. Oh,
Royal Crumble. The fans now hate Roman, The Rock, and Jesus. Go back to start. I feel like this is inappropriate. All right.
That's true for Daniel Bryan, though.
It
Yeah,
is
it
true.
It is. It really
I'm-
is.
I did this to myself. All right, so before we totally begin, just a quick programming note. This is going to be our WrestleMania 31 pre-show, so we're going to be talking the entire card, full preview and predictions. It's going to be released to all on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to be releasing a special WrestleMania 31 and Beyond theme extras episode. It's an Ask FTW episode, which is pretty cool. It's been a while since we really were able to dedicate a lot of time to that. So that was recorded over the weekend. It's going to be released on Thursday. So this year's WrestleMania takes place in Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. So let's talk about the matches that I think a lot of us were looking forward to going back a month, 2 months, 3 months, or in Stardust versus Goldust case 2 years ago. So these are the matches that don't seem like they are going to happen. Most likely they will not happen. The first is Miz versus Mizdow, Stardust versus Goldust, and the NXT match that was rumored that might be on the card. Overall, why don't you think the WWE moved forward with any of these matches, especially because the story was there for them?
purely the number of matches they wanted to put on. We have 9 matches on the card. That's pretty solid. I mean, 2 of which are larger matches. You know, your Intercontinental Championship ladder match and the armbar.
Yeah, the armbar. You can't throw the arm. I mean, like you can't just say, oh well, it's got 9 matches. You have to say, legitimately, it's got like maybe 12, because that armbar, man, you're talking 20 guys in there.
Yeah, there's just simply not room on the card. Not to forget that 2 of these matches we were predicting, they are involved in the Battle Royal. And the NXT match, that's just getting bumped to earlier in Access. So.
Sure. But
Yeah.
like Miz and Mizdow, Stardust versus Goldust, I mean, obviously those 2 stories are right there for them. It's pretty much seemed like Stardust versus Goldust was a lock if you look at where they were right after Fastlane. So, you know, do you think that the card that we have is better without this match, or do you think that, you know, if they would have pushed this match, it would have been fine, regardless of how many matches we have right now?
I've been trying to figure out what the armbar is, but I just realized it's the
Battle
Andre
Royal.
Battle Royal. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Did
I
we
don't know.
come up with that? We didn't come up with that, did we?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Can we still
That
take
was
credit though?
last year. We can absolutely take credit.
This
Nick,
is the
I'll
first
let you
time I've
take
heard it.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
I thought Stardust versus Goldust. I'm kind of surprised it didn't take place. They're not having a match at WrestleMania, but it didn't seem to get that great of a crowd reaction at when they last fought at Fastlane. So I don't know, maybe if that had something to do with it. Also, well, they did have that weird finish though, so it seemed like it'd kind of lead into a match at this show. Personally, though, I'm kind of glad there's no NXT match at WrestleMania, because if there was, it'd be so short, it would probably be pointless and wouldn't really showcase any reason why NXT is so great as a wrestling show.
That's actually a really good point, James. That makes me wonder about the AJ and Paige versus Bella Twins match, because at Raw last week, they had a solid, 10, 15 minutes. So it makes me wonder at WrestleMania that they might devote even more time to them for that match, because all 3 of them looked, AJ and Bella Classic or Bella Plus? Whichever one whichever
Nikki's
one.
Bella Plus, Brie is Bella Light.
Bella Light, thank you. When she fought Bella Plus, that match looked really good. So I'm wondering if, having NXT not on the card, it hurts for NXT. But if that means that we get, the women's wrestling match that's an actual match and not a reason to go to the bathroom, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and I totally agree with your guys' point about Nikki Bella being the total package. I think she's, I've kind of been a fan of the Bell Twins for a while now. I think they're both a lot better than people give them credit for.
Yeah, especially lately.
Yes.
I will say though, I am bummed about Stardust versus Goldust getting bumped, because that should have been a WrestleMania last year, and it got bumped again. So
yeah,
seriously, this is like, I remember when this feud started, we were talking about this is going to be great. They're going to lead to WrestleMania. It's going to be brother versus brother. There'll be Dusty in it somehow. That's the only thing I think of is maybe Dusty just they can't, maybe between the three of them, they can't book the WrestleMania match that they want out of it. At least that's my hope.
It's possible.
All right, well, I guess we could go ahead and roll.
All right. Is there a way to see like virtual dice on Roll20?
There is.
Too bad. Is that just for
Yeah,
like little kids? Oh, sorry.
No, if you go up to the gear, well, actually, now it should work. Next time you roll.
I already rolled a 6. I really don't want to.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
Okay.
Go with it.
Okay, wait. We got 1, 2. I'm in the Hall of Fame. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Right next to RKO. Well, I guess Randy wouldn't get RKO'd.
That'd be epic if Randy got RKO'd.
No, he'd get the Ace Crusher.
You can still roll a 1.
All right, Nick's up.
All right. Rolling.
Nice. Good job.
I also crit.
Yep.
Royal Crumble. The fans now hate Roman, The Rock, and Jesus go back to start. Team Beard is not looking good right now.
No, we are not.
Team Beard's getting buried to hell.
Okay, Joe. Joe rolled a 3.
Does this mean... Joe, you didn't do the impression. That's lame. All right.
Joe, you're muted.
Damn it, Joe.
Damn it! I got there and I went, ooh, yeah, move 1 3 spaces, yeah. And then I moved. But I was muted, so I'm an asshole.
Agreed. Harrison.
That was a beautiful moment.
And you can't teach that.
Okay, here we go. Joe, check it out. 1, 2, 3. 3.
It's your turn to do the impression.
No,
it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, snap it to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
That was terrible.
It was terrible. I still have 50 hit points.
All right, here we go with my roll 6.
God, I feel so lame for not doing an impression now.
5, yeah. Oh yeah, move up 3 spaces. Is that
Damn,
better?
look at that. Daniel Bryan hit the push and he's back in the game.
I like to toy with us.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's jump into the first match. We've got the kickoff. It's going to be Tyson Kidd and Cesaro versus the Usos versus the New Day versus Los Matadores for the Tag Team Championships. Who you got? Do you like the build so far? And just overall thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty entertaining the way they set this up. Of course, there is a question of whether the Usos will be ready to compete in this match. But aside from that, I think the way they brought in Los Matadores was pretty entertaining and kind of legitimizing, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm absolutely excited whether this is the 4-way as advertised or just the triple threat. It's either way, it's going to be a good match.
Joe?
I'm looking forward to it. I really wish it wasn't the kickoff. I've said it many times. I hate how the tag team match gets relegated to the kickoff match. But I'm excited. I love tag team matches, especially if you're getting more than one team mixed up in there. And you got Kidd and Cesaro, they're rock stars. Usos are solid. Los Matadores and New Day, kind of both filler, but hey, it's something to watch. let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with them all. Are we doing predictions yet? Or
Yeah.
are we gonna hold?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, Kid Cesaro. I think they've got the strongest thing going on here.
Okay, cool. Harrison?
100% in agreement. It's kind of sad that New Day is kind of filler on this match, but Los Matadores totally is. I wouldn't be surprised if Los Matadores walked away with the tag team championships because at this point, why not? Yeah, I'm going with Kim Cesaro.
James?
Same here with me, Kid and Cesaro. It's yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to this match, but I don't really see anyone else having a real chance at winning. I think one of the Usos is injured, and yeah, I think Kid and Cesaro are going to win. It'll probably be a fun match.
And I apologize, Jill. It's New Day. Yes. I just had to correct my pronunciation. I'm sorry. I did have a weird dream the other night that I ran into Kofi somewhere, and that's how I got his attention. It was by shouting New Day. I don't know why I'm dreaming about Kofi.
Well, at least it was New Day and not Boom Boom.
Boom Boom? You mean Air Boom?
Whatever.
Colt Cabana?
Wasn't he the Boom Boom Kid or something? Isn't that what he's named for?
I think he would go boom, boom, boom when he did his signature move or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I had never heard him called the Boom Boom Kid.
Shut up. Whatever. Nick, did you predict?
If I did not, I am also in agreement with everybody else. Team Uppercat for the win.
Yeah, and I'm this morning. Actually, it was this afternoon. I took a look at the Vegas odds for WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania is the only card that I really look at odds for, just to see what other people are thinking. But right now, Las Vegas is saying Kid and Cesaro are the favorites to win. I can't object to that. I think Kid and Cesaro make the most sense. Usos would make sense potentially, but yeah, like there was that injury scare. We don't know how well whomever that was, Jimmy or Jay,
Jay.
whomever. New Day, and yeah, I really wish New Day was doing something productive, but it's hard to tell what direction they're really trying to go with them yet. They're just not getting over in the capacity that they should, considering the three that's involved. But it is what it is. But yeah, for me, I'm also going to go with Kid and Cesaro. So, all right, roll time.
Okay. Two.
You avoid the RKO.
Yeah, just barely. I got the gator tail. So he would get RKO'd though. RKO's people. He's waiting here for you.
All right, come on, Nick. You got this.
All right, let's go Spider Walk. 3. 1, 2, 3. Back where I rolled initially.
Great job.
Making up lost ground. Which is basically the Bray Wyatt story, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it is WrestleMania.
Hey, you might not be jobbing the Cena this year.
Yeah.
Jama to Taker.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, got a 3. Wyatt's Gators fight with Undertaker's Druids. Move back 1 space. Dang, James, I am stuck with you.
I know, man. Someone in the comments to this said that should be move up a space instead of move back a space, which I kind of agree with now looking at it.
I don't know. They are kind of in the way fighting, so. And fire.
Yeah, the fire is the best part. I rolled a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Renee Young invites me to the social media lounge. This is the biggest push I've ever had in my career. Woo! I'm in social media lounge.
You lucky bastard.
In the social media lounge. Look at me, all the way in social media lounge. Look at this. Everybody, this is where I am. I'm here. Boom.
Yeah, I'll just wait till you get fired.
See, Justin Gabriel, what would have happened if you'd waited for a month?
Well, it doesn't work it's only if he's in the bunny suit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's bunny suit flip. It's bunny suit Flippy that's making it this far, not regular Flippy.
All right, and I rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jericho supports you on his podcast. Move up 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Jericho also supports Bill DeMott. Move back 1 space.
That was brilliant. That's a twofer. That is excellent.
That's great. All right. Next match is the Intercontinental Championship match. Wade Barrett versus Dean Ambrose versus R-Truth versus Ziggler versus Harper versus Stardust versus Daniel Bryan against for the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. And it's a ladder match. Overall, what's your guys' thoughts on this? And who do you see taking home the title?
Right now, guys, if you have the chance, find out who is the best ambulance company in Santa Clara, California, and buy stock, because this is going to be if half the guys walk out of this without an injury, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, this really is a who's who of WWE's most injury-prone athletes.
In a ladder match, in a group ladder match, WrestleMania
Yeah.
for the IC belt. This is just...
I mean, it hasn't been that long since Barrett's been back. Daniel Bryan just came back from a neck injury. Ziggler's, we've established he is concussion king.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is what happens when you run a company that doesn't have to provide health insurance for its employees.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I am totally going to take D-Bry. I think it's going to be mostly like a fans, please get off our back for the past 6 months and just we'll let you have this one, okay? Now just get off our back.
See,
I
and
think the WWE is still catching up with that sentiment, and they're going to give Ziggler the win.
I'd still be okay with that. Ooh.
And see, I'm still okay with Barrett winning. Barrett retaining to show that he's a strong champion. I mean, he's had the Intercontinental Champion twice before. I'd like to see him do something with it. And if you get this group of guys around him, this match could even kick off just a little bit more of, the hopscotch with the title just to make it interesting. But I would love to see Barrett remain strong going through this.
Would his current reign actually count as a reign since more people have had the title belt longer than he has?
Belt schmelt, he's still the champ.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's like they almost want to forget, people forget who the actual champion is going into this.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd kind of like to see Bryan win it. I think he will win it, and I kind of want, because I'm a big fan of Daniel Bryan, but also I feel like everyone else has kind of like held mid-card titles off and on so many times, and Bryan's still, well, except for R-Truth, but Bryan's the only one who's, I don't know, who's just fighting for the #1 contendership for the World Championship, so I feel like he would have the largest impact holding it, and hopefully he would get away from the whole thing where the IC champion always just constantly loses when they have the belt. Like, as soon as they win the belt, they just lose all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like if anyone else won that, they'd just kind of go right back to that tradition. I also kind of wonder if, since 7's just an odd number, I'm kind of wondering if Sheamus could be put in this match.
I have speculation on Sheamus, but that comes for another match.
Yeah, Sheamus will. I'm also predicting that Sheamus will be at WrestleMania, but not in this match. I think 7 is an acceptable number. I think it would be odd to have Sheamus just entered in this match specifically.
Not that Daniel Bryan was.
Well, but at least Daniel Bryan was involved in the story and, officially announced. To have like a surprise entrant, last minute seems kind of odd.
For the IC, yeah. I'm
for
with
the
you on that
IC,
one.
yeah.
I don't know.
with you on that
They
one.
kind of did it with Nash for the Hall of Fame, so he was so excited he tore his quad.
Speaking of which, has there ever been an explanation why they did not put that on Raw? Why they spoiled it? Because they did it on Friday, didn't they?
They've done that a few times, though. It was over the weekend. Maybe it was Friday.
It was definitely after SmackDown. So how do you... It's just weird. Why wouldn't you announce that on Raw?
I don't know. There's a mentality for some reason that WWE needs to break news to announce things that I don't know.
They need to spoil themselves before other people spoil them.
It's like
taking a page out of TNA's book.
And we'll talk a little bit about this later, but just like the whole fact that they announced through like ESPN that Brock Lesnar re-signed instead of letting us drag it out and not know for sure if Lesnar was going to re-sign after WrestleMania. I think for whatever reason they feel like they need to do that, but they would tell a way better story if they just surprised us on Raw or surprised us at WrestleMania or whatever.
With Darren Young coming out on TMZ too, I mean, could have surprised that on Raw.
Well, that's different.
Maybe a little, I guess so.
Okay, so back to this match real quick. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan. I think, just looking at what we've talked about over the last few weeks, why we didn't like Daniel Bryan in this match, like me specifically, I didn't like Daniel Bryan in this match because I wasn't confident enough in WWE to really push him towards it. It was more or less like, well, let's put him in this match while we decide or, try to work out this contract with Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar doesn't resign, then maybe we can put Bryan back in the world title picture, to kind of fill that void. But like now, looking at the landscape with the news that Lesnar is going to stay, you could easily put the Intercontinental Championship on Bryan and have him be your top champion that is on every single, week versus, Brock Lesnar going off if he were to retain.
Well, that's what we talked about last week. The idea of they got to elevate the IC belt and the U.S. Championship because Lesnar can't be on every week.
Yeah. So for me, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan for those reasons. Las Vegas odds are also going with Daniel Bryan. I think Dean Ambrose might have been a close second from those odds. I can't recall. But yeah, as it stands right now, Daniel Bryan is the lead there.
I read that somewhere about Ambrose being like really high in the odds, but I can't remember if it was Vegas odds or whatever. But
yeah, it's and really he should be. I mean, he was the like the guy that started all of this. So you would have almost expected WWE to go in that direction to put the title on Ambrose. That's how the story had been going. It's almost a shame that again I'm guessing that Daniel Bryan's gonna win, but like if Dean Ambrose doesn't win, that is kind of a shame. But look at this entire match. You could say that about just about anyone except for R-Truth and Stardust.
Stardust, yeah, that's it. Those are the two guys who you can say, wow, if they walk out with wins, that's a little weird.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to rolling.
Kills, yeah.
All right. Okay, I think I turned on 3D dice this time.
There you go.
Oh, it's pink. Why is it pink? Not that matters.
Because your color selection at the bottom is pink.
Well, that's fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cherico supports me on this podcast. Wow.
Nice.
It's really good news. Okay, all the way up to the right. What? He also likes Bill DeMott.
Yeah.
Cherico.
I'm going to tell you, James, I would not be disappointed. I would not be disappointed if you did one of these for like all the major pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I know that's probably a lot of work, but this is just hilariously great fun.
I always think about like doing that as like a Patreon reward or just something, maybe for fun. I don't know if I do this for fun anymore, but of WrestleMania 1, like going back through all the WrestleManias, except then it'd require knowledge of things that happened when I was in diapers. So
yeah, I mean this works because it's so topical. Like that's why it's so great. Like the nude pics leaking and all that stuff is awesome.
You have to have jokes about Liberace and stuff.
Yeah,
it might not work so well.
Ooh, Ivana Trump for WrestleMania 6.
Yeah. JTT for.
You know what you just have to do? You just have to figure out a way to make every single one of these special squares link to a Wikipedia article that explains what this thing is you're talking about.
That would be so much fun. Yeah, that's what people love with board games is reading, clicking on articles and reading.
Random top history questions.
If we would have had Kevin on the show tonight, we could have made him Pete Rose.
Yeah, we could have actually.
Yeah, we could.
But jumping back to the game, looks like Nick rolled a 1.
Oh,
But here's the problem, Joe.
And I went back to the Royal Crumble.
Joe, the only problem is if he was Pete Rose, he'd never get into the Hall of Fame.
No, this the WWE Hall of Fame is the only hall he's allowed in.
But that ruins the joke of the. All right, never mind.
Yeah, but it's the way you make Kevin weep.
I am no longer spider walking. Clearly, that is holding me back.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Alrighty.
My turn, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
No, I had to go.
Oh, that's right, you too.
4, 2, 3, 4. SAWFT soft.
Rolling a D6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. Okay, Garvin, you can go. Damn.
Garvin rolls a big 6.
Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm tied with Harrison now.
How did Harrison from the social media lounge?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, you rolled 4. Never mind.
1, 2,
I'm retired.
4. No, it's okay. Right now, I have what looks like farting on me, but no, it's just the what are those movement lines? I think is what they're called.
It's like a dust cloud or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was butt dust.
Butt dust. I was gonna say, James, you can say whatever it is you want it to be because it's your drawing.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Say butt dust. That's fine. I have butt dust flying against me.
Yeah, it's butt dust on the bunny. Let's move on.
Yes. Sounds good. Next up is the second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So far, we've got 20 guys officially added. Miz, Curtis Axel, Ryback, Fandango, Adam Rose, Zack Ryder, Jack Swagger, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Big Show, Kane, Eric Rowan, Damian Mizdow, Sin Cara, Goldust, Heath Slater, Mark Henry, Connor, Victor, and whomever wins the NXT tournament that's going to be happening on Thursday during the Access show. Right now, participants announced are Adrian Neville, Balor, Tyler Breeze, and Hideo Itami. So let's predict who you guys think will move on from the NXT tournaments. Who's going to be added to this match? Predict who you guys think will win, and then any surprise entrants that you think will show up.
Okay, so that's a lot. So we want the winner of the armbar, the NXT selection, who's going to go into the armbar, and then, if possible, any surprise entrants.
Correct.
Okay, just had to clarify. All right, so I am actually thinking that we're going to see Curtis Axel win this. As much as they're giving him time for Axelmania, I think this is where he's going to get the win. As for the NXT guy, I'm thinking it's going to be Tyler Breeze. No surprise entrance.
No surprise entrance. And that's curious. I mean, the only reason why I'm adding surprise entrance here is because last year we had 30 participants total. This year, only 20 have been announced. So, potentially that they could have taken it down to 20. But there are quite a few guys that are on the roster that haven't been added that could easily be added to this. Not necessarily to add or to take us up to 30, but also consider that, like last year, the loser of the tag team championship match, those two guys ended up being added. So I think it was Cesaro and Jack Swagger. Could be wrong, but I know Cesaro was added, and he was in the kickoff match. So okay, who's next?
Man, this is a hard one because it is 20 and WWE likes round numbers when it comes to this. I can't see 9 guys. Well, the thing is, okay, so Garvin put for a surprise entrance Sheamus, which we talked about last week, and that's my number 1 pick to also be the surprise entrant and win. The only thing is though, it's 21, so it's either you get 4 more guys that you want to run in there because I don't see 9 being who's going to run in there. And looking at the list of people who haven't come in, the only people that I can think of that would be, I mean, other than filler, would be to maybe they do bring guys from the kickoff. Maybe Los Matadores runs in. I mean, that's 3 right there. For me, though, it is a toss-up. I'm leaning towards Sheamus because I'm trying to think if it's between Sheamus and Kane. Really, is where either Kane or Show, just because they're kind of heading up that thing. Who won it last year? Was it Show that won it last year?
Cesaro.
Cesaro won it last year. He's had a big year. Show, Kane, Sheamus. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Show. Yeah, I'm going with Big Show to win.
You know, and that's actually not a far out guess because the rumor is that this might be Show's last year in the company. So quite a few people that I've heard, whether it's on other wrestling podcasts or reading other prediction threads, there's quite a few people that are suggesting that Big Show might get the nod, just so he gets like that one last major nod, especially because this is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and so many people compare the two. So yeah, that's totally where I was coming from, Garvin. Not just because he's big and Andre's big, and why not? Well, Big Show was in the final too. Cesaro and Big Show last year, so.
Legitimately though, I picked it because of that and because I'm just looking at the list. But here's the thing though. Well, I mean, Garv, you're going to explain it when you get to your pick, but if Sheamus is a run-in, damn, he leaps right to the top because talk about, he's going to need that momentum coming off of being injured, right? Yeah, he was injured. So he's going to need that momentum coming out of it. What better than the armbar to get him into yet another feud with, I'm presuming, Triple H, or hey, we get to watch him feud with, oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, he's not with the company anymore. Okay, so maybe this will be... No, it's not going to be entertaining. What am I talking about? All right, anyway.
I figure for the NXT tournament, I figure it's a lock for Adrian Neville. Balor and Itami are just too new, regardless of how developed they are already. And Tyler Breeze, it seems like they're hesitant to bring him up after they got burned so badly with Fandango. Which... I mean, Breeze is basically a love child between HBK and Ziggler, which Ziggler is HBK's love child also, so this is getting a lot grosser than I thought it would.
Ziggler is HBK and Billy Gunn.
Yeah. Yeah, El Hijo del Billy Gunn. Neville's been down there a long time. He's won every title in NXT that they have. And that does seem to be the pattern. Once you've held the NXT championship for a while, that's when they move you up, barring a couple of isolated incidents like Adam Rose. So Adrian Neville absolutely makes sense to me. As for who wins the Battle Royal, I'm betting on Ryback. He's been on a roll for a while lately, and it's been kind of understated since they moved the leftovers of Team Cena to the mid-card, sort of. But even there, Ryback's been winning match after match. So I don't expect that to slow down. I figure he'll be the one to win this year. And as far as surprise entrants go, I do see Sheamus getting slotted in here. I think it's a lot more likely for them to have 25 participants in that case, like you said, Harrison.
Yeah.
So I imagine I can see J&J Security filling up 2 of those. And I don't know. They'll probably fill up the other 2 slots with quote-unquote legends. I can see JBL being entered in because, I don't know, he got in the ring to bury the Ascension, so why not here? And I can also see Kevin Nash getting in. I don't know why they would put him in there, but I can see that happening.
I guess for me, I kind of see Tyler Breeze winning the NXT spot for the Battle Royal. Just because to me he's kind of got that character down. He seems the most ready. But I think everyone makes good points. You know, I could see Adrian Neville doing it too. It's kind of tough for me to predict this match, and even like really excited about it since it's not really. I mean, it's for the trophy, but you know, we saw that didn't really do anything for Cesaro last year, and the trophy was broken right away. It's just kind of tough for me to get invested in it and really care a lot. You know, I imagine Sheamus will come in, and I mean, I predict Sheamus will be added and will go on to win it. But at the same time, you know, Cesaro, it just did so little for him. I don't know. To me, it almost doesn't even really feel like it matters that much. I mean, I'm sure it'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining, you know, 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know how many surprise entrants. I could be mistaken from last year, but I don't really remember there being that many, like, big surprises. Not like the Royal Rumble type level.
No, I don't think there really were. But then again, you also had more guys left over to throw into that match. You didn't have another multi-man match. So,
yeah, that's true.
I definitely see them keeping it or drawing on extra talent, I guess you could say.
So not really big name talent, but all right, let's get to 25 guys. We can do this.
Yeah, it's just I can't imagine who else to draw from on the active roster because, I mean, they're already drawing Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I'm looking at the participants from last year, and there really wasn't any name that stood out to me. You know, you had you just had like a lot of low-level, no-name guys at the time, like Yoshitatsu. Xavier Woods was kind of a no-name guy at the time. Yeah, I mean, some filler guys, but overall, a lot of the participants from last year, like, I'm sorry, 3MB was in here too, but like a lot of the participants that were in here last year are repeating. So again, like a lot of the really low card guys like Fandango, Damian Sandow. But what's your guys' thoughts on the New Day? Like the New Day, obviously they you know, two of them will be in the tag team match. But what about the third? Do you think the third could be entered into this match?
That's definitely a possibility, and I can also see them using El Torito as well.
Oh God!
And for that matter, Hornswoggle is left over.
That would be rough. Those two come running down the aisle, ready to just get eliminated. Well, because you know if they're going to get eliminated, they're basically just going to get thrown over the ropes. Probably probably they'll get wrapped up together in like a clinch. Someone will pick both of them up and throw them both out over the top rope because why not?
Or they'll go up between the bottom and middle ropes and they'll just count that because midgets.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so yeah, I do like the surprise entrance of Sheamus. I think you know they have been building that up. Yes, they could be saving it for Raw, the next day on Raw, but I don't know. I mean, I think this would make the most impact is having Sheamus as the surprise return, the surprise entrant of this match, and I also see him winning. Adrian Neville is the NXT guy that I see coming through, and this is something that I talked about last week as far as like dream match fantasy booking. Adrian in the Facebook group was also talking about this, but just the idea of Adrian Neville being the guy who wins the spot and then winning the entire tournament, you know, being the strong little man, you know, that storyline that we had heard about as far as like the
Mighty even.
Yeah, like the whole Mighty Mouse-esque type character where you've got a small guy that can, you know, lift a bunch of, you know, big dudes. And we've seen his wrestling style change, or at least to me, maybe it hasn't changed, but at least I really started noticing it. And that was the idea that, you know, now he's like doing deadlift German suplexes to guys like Kevin Owens. So they're definitely showcasing more of that strength. So I do like that idea. I think that would be my close second as far as a pick goes, but I definitely want to see that. But some notables that aren't listed right now, we've got Adam Rose, and really Adam Rose. I mean, there's also Hornswoggle, David Otunga, Hunico, Bo Dallas. I haven't really heard when Bo Dallas was going to make his return, but this would be a good spot for him as well. And then also Chris Jericho is still on the roster. So go ahead.
Garvin, Sin Cara's in this match.
What did I say?
You said Hunico.
Those are two different people.
You said Hunico might go in.
Those are two different people.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Like the three faces of Foley.
I was going off of the roster, and Hunico is still on the roster.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Let's move on. Let's roll another turn.
All right.
Can we not say we did?
Oh, you're fine. Just, you know what? Stop.
Shut up, Nick. We're going to all job out and you're going to win.
2.
Stop.
Well, I made to Renee Young's social media lounge anyway.
Where all the cool people hang out.
Hello, Renee. Sit on the couch there.
Watch an @ symbol on TV.
Yeah.
Guys, it looks like you have one leg.
I know.
He's just lounging. He's
You
doing
look- You look like the Zach Gowen.
Oh, God.
And real quick, Beanbags in the live chat, I forgot to mention this before. He noted that Ryback was the favorite, according to Bill Simmons and John Gruden. So John Gruden from ESPN did a cool video predicting this match, but they both went with Ryback, which I thought was kind of cool. Ryback would be another choice that I like. Yeah, I definitely like that pick as well. I would be okay with that.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Roll a 6.
Nick is finally on the board.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, yeah. Move up 3 spaces. Ooh, yeah.
Who hasn't done a Macho Man impression so far?
I think that's just James.
Yeah, just James.
James?
I'm terrible at impressions.
Come on.
There's still time. He can go back to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. If I go back to start and go back through and hit it, then I'll give the impression.
You kind of have to, don't you? I mean, at that point.
We'll see.
Alrighty. I got a 1. I don't know where I'm at. Oh. Well, at least I'm avoiding the Bill DeMott space.
Yeah, that's safe.
Harrison.
Rolling 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Someone accidentally stole the IC title, and now I have to find it. Lose a turn. Oh man.
And the bunny's gonna win this thing.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
You're pretty close.
He'll probably quit before he gets to the end.
Yeah.
All right. So the problem with the live video feed is like this is a vertical board, and I can't fit everyone on the screen.
No, just scroll around when it's that person's turn.
All right, here we go. 2. Oh, I'm in the social media. No, that's not me. I'm right here. Oh, business. Move back 2 spaces.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it like Triple H says it.
Business.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. All right, next match on the card is Rusev versus John Cena for the U.S. Championship. Rusev's going to win, right, guys?
Yeah, you gotta explain this one.
All right, well, I'll start because I know I'm the lone guy out. Rusev, I would like to see Rusev win. I'm going to pick Rusev winning. I know. John
You convinced me, Garvin. I'm switching sides.
Like, I totally get the LOL Cena wins, but just the track record of what they've been doing lately, Cena's lost a lot of big matches, including one to Rusev. So, to me, it's not totally out of left field to go with a Rusev win here. Yes, it's at WrestleMania, and we did see Cena versus Wyatt last year, and Wyatt should have definitely won. But, overall, I'm going to go with Rusev. I know the character is starting to grate on people because, it's just the same thing every week. But Rusev nails it every single time for me. I love him on the mic. I think he's a fantastic wrestler. So yeah, I want to see Rusev retain and beat John Cena. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, you say he knocks it out of the park every time, but the problem here is he keeps fighting Swagger. Like,
yes,
he needs a bigger variety. That's my only complaint with him.
I mean, when I watch, and not like fast forward through things I don't want to watch, like Jack Swagger versus Rusev again.
Yeah, well, you had me, even before you explained, you had me convinced. Actually, no. Rusev, I would love to see Rusev win. So, I'm going to move my vote over, even though I'm pretty sure Cena's going to win. I'm going with the heart, not the brain.
Okay, so who would you like to see eventually beat Rusev, though? That's what I can't figure out. If he beats Cena, then who does he eventually lose to?
Mr. America.
Okay, I'm convinced now, too.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. I don't know who I would want to see.
I'm not saying it's a criticism, but it's just why I couldn't see him winning.
I don't want it to be John Cena.
It should have been Swagger on his second time around, but
I don't agree with that. I think it was too soon to make that choice.
By the time of his second match,
yes.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
I would have been okay with Ryback.
That also.
Yeah. But yeah, Beanbags in live chat said Kevin Owens. What if Kevin Owens is the guy that beats Rusev?
No.
What if it's Adrian Neville?
No, because he's not American. For that matter, neither is Kevin Owens.
Does it matter?
Point.
Does it
for the
have
U.S.
to be,
title at this point?
Does it have to be an American?
At this point, I think so.
That's a really good point.
I would think so. He's talked so much crap about America.
You know
it
what?
would be funny.
The U.S. Yeah, if it was the IC belt, I don't think it would matter. But yeah, you're right. Because it's the U.S. belt, it almost has to be an American.
Well, and it has been.
I'm not standing for a
fight.
Canadian saving us from the Ruskies.
Well, what's funny is like I'm going through other names that I would be okay, and most of them have been Canadian, like Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And he's also like half Syrian, so imagine what that would do to conservative America.
Personally, I kind of see Cena winning. I know it's way out there and it's a real shocker, but I kind of look at I've enjoyed Rusev's rise. I kind of feel like he's the opposite of Roman Reigns for me, where he's been kind of like they keep making him look strong, keep building him up, and he's someone who's kind of convinced me. I've kind of gotten behind him a bit more. Part of that's Lana. Now that she's not around, it's I definitely feel that absence, especially when he's got that lawyer. I know the lawyer's just out there one time, but he was so terrible.
He was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a pretty good match. This is one of the ones I'm looking forward to, and I think just Cena holding the U.S. title. I think someone of his status on the card holding it. I think that'd just be great for the title. Yeah, I think it'll be good all around. I'm looking forward to it. If Rusev wins, I don't think it'll be bad. But in some ways, I kind of hope Cena wins. I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting Cena to win this. And at this point, I don't really care.
I can't believe
who
James
wins.
just got me to withdraw my my Patreon pledge for him.
Oh, no. Cena sucks. That was sarcasm. You can't tell.
Okay.
Phew.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At this point, this thing is drawn out to the point of I just want to see it end one way or the other. And yeah, as many jokes as we make about Triple H with a shovel, Cena really is that guy for the mid card.
All right, so here's another name for you guys. Beanbags in the live chat is throwing out some knowledge, and he sends out the name Sheamus. Sheamus being the one to take out Rusev, and they do have history because Rusev beat Sheamus for the title.
See, and I also
That's
had the
right.
idea that Sheamus was going to assist Rusev in the face of Cena. Like I'm expecting a heel Sheamus to come back.
That would be amazing.
Wait, is this heel Sheamus or face Sheamus as portrayed by the WWE?
No, this would be heel.
Yeah, if he sides with Rusev, that's heel, and I would be completely fine with that. Okay.
I'm going with Cena because I really like Preacher Cena.
And right now, the Las Vegas odds do say Cena will win. Sadness. All right, I think we're gonna skip a turn on the board game and let's go to our next match. Just because I don't want Harrison to win just yet.
Well,
Can we make a rule that you have to roll exactly in order to get to the final space?
Well, isn't that a
do
rule?
that?
Isn't that a rule, James?
Didn't it? That's what we did last year, isn't it?
That's what you guys did. I didn't intend that. I would not find that way as fun, I don't think. But if you want to do that, we totally can.
I think
Because
we
it's
should.
definitely way too last
I think we
year.
should
Well,
too. Because
I mean,
I
this
don't-
is going to help us determine if one, it's your game, so you make the rules. But, yeah, I mean, if you want to lose in the next turn,
I hence
I want to make it at
three-
least halfway before the game ends.
Okay, you have to hit the number exactly. And after everyone's at least halfway through. So, Bunny, better hold on.
wait, I have to wait until everybody's halfway through. But Nick's taking
I was
forever.
kidding about that, but
It's too late. I've said it. That's right. I'm drunk with power. No, okay. You have to hit the number.
Finally!
exactly.
Okay.
Just go.
All right.
Well, let's still skip. Let's go to the next match. AJ and Paige versus the Bella Twins. Harrison, talk us through this. You're gonna go with the Bella Twins. Why?
For the same reason we've been talking about the fact that Bella Plus has been looking really good lately. AJ and Paige, they've been doing they got their thing. They're doing well. But I think at this point, why not give the belt to the Bella Twins? Why not get them get them a good push out of WrestleMania and really kind of have them kick? Oh wait, yeah, no belt for the women's tag team. I keep forgetting this isn't TNA. Give them a really good push coming out of WrestleMania, especially with the feud going on between AJ and Bella Plus. I really think I think the WWE gains more coming out of WrestleMania having the Bellas win than they do by having AJ and Paige win.
see, I've been hearing a lot of
Harrison
talk
shoots down
that.
AJ.
Was that Joe?
I said Harrison shoots down Paige.
Oh,
Well, I didn't know that was the name at the time, so now that I do,
Just now. I mean, aside from Wet Dream, I mean, what else are you going to call it? Paige and your cousin?
Oh, please stop.
yeah, I've been hearing a lot of talk about the Bellas being gone soon.
Yes.
So it would make sense for them to. I don't know. On the one hand, it would make sense for them to get one last push before they go, but on the other hand, it would make sense that the WWE would want to shift some attention towards the divas who are sticking around. So in that case, I'm just going to go with personal preference and pick AJ and Paige to win. No, I'm sorry, Paige.
Whew. Okay.
I've heard that a lot too about the belt. Well, really from Total Divas. They were talking about their future plans, and Nikki's got her license to be a real estate agent, and Brie doesn't really know what she's gonna do. You probably don't. I know you guys cover it, or your brand covers it, but
I
anyway,
get to catch up on the season.
okay. Well,
I listened
And
to
for
the last Fans Talk Total Diva, so I'm aware of the scenario.
okay. Well, yeah, it's kind of grating on me, but So I don't know. Yeah, so they talk about how their contract's coming up and they're not sure they're going to sign, which I know that's a reality show, but I kind of feel like, I mean, that's Truth Wrestling, and even like dirt sheets that we look at, it's all truthiness, you know, you never really, you know, you kind of know it's all fake, but you kind of, some things are real. But then AJ's always got rumors of her leaving too. So I'm not sure. So I kind of think PJ will win just because there's all that talk about Bella's leaving. But yeah, like we mentioned earlier, I'm looking forward to this actually getting some decent time and them giving divas a chance, even if they consider them like a different species in their interspecies matches. But that's kind of a different topic. Yeah, I think it'll be good, and I'm thinking Paige will win, but really I'd be happy with either one.
So, I was agreeing with you guys as far as AJ and Paige, or Paige. I'm fine with them winning, but we saw that tension between the two this week on Raw. So to me, I feel like that's going to play more into this match. I don't see them really staying friends the entire time. I don't see them working together from a storyline perspective. The Bella Twins, I am aware of that statement that one of them is not going to re-sign with the company. I really haven't heard much more about it. Not a lot of people talking about it on the internet for some reason, but I would imagine that would happen after WrestleMania. So I think there's plenty of time for them to drop the title between now and then. So yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the Bella Twins as well. So yeah.
So yeah, for me, I'm sticking with Paige, and but there could be a lot of tension at the end to determine who's going to be between the two of them, the one who takes on Bella Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my prediction.
Either way, is anyone looking forward to this match?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only if King's going to be allowed to shout puppies.
Only if King's not there.
I'm torn on it because like this from the storyline side, I'm not into this, but because of all of the controversy that has come up, you know, there is potential that they might actually get some time. If it's like a 4 or 5 minute match, which I'm expecting, I don't want to see this. But if they actually get 7 to 15 minutes, I think this could be really, really good for everyone involved.
If they get a 5-minute match on a 4-hour show, that's a fucking travesty.
Yeah, especially with the lead up that they've had so far.
Agreed.
But didn't they book a musical act this year?
2.
2, yes.
Yeah, see, there you go.
This is how you can tell how old you are. There's 2 ways to tell how old you are. One is to when you're in the aisle at the grocery store and you have no idea who the people are on the front of the magazines. And then the other one is when you see the musical acts at the events that you watch and you go, who the hell are these people?
Then I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know who was announced.
I didn't know who
Cool
Machine
J is one.
It's David Guetta, Kid Ink, Sky something, and someone else.
They showed Kid Ink on TV last night, I think.
Yes.
No, I thought it was
It was like Grammy award-winning producer and Kid Ink, and was Michelle Beadle actually there in the crowd? I wasn't watching the screen at that point.
Yes.
Okay.
Those 2 guys were booed for some reason. I don't know.
Incidentally, Paul Stanley was also in the crowd, but was never
Travis
mentioned once.
Barker.
Oh,
Zeus.
yeah.
Yeah, the drummer from Blink-182.
I know that name.
I know David Guetta. I know that one.
Okay. All right, let's roll.
All right.
I lost my turn, right?
Dice rolling pun. I like it.
Oh, that's right. You did lose a turn.
Yeah, so I'm out for this
Oh,
one.
we could have gone. Ah, damn.
No, it's fine. No, look, I mean,
5.
let the game roll, you know? Let's get,
Where is
let's finally give Daniel Bryan his WrestleMania moment.
1, 2, 4. Oh, man. I'm right in the butt dust.
Dude, picks are, well, you got to read what's on the
Oh,
script.
sorry.
It's a radio
I
show,
assume-
buddy.
I assume everyone's memorized this by now. I don't
And they're
And they
keeping
have
track
it-
in their head of where we are.
posted on their wall. Yeah, they could add it up. I don't know. Audience could do that. Nude pics are linked of a top superstar lose a turn, and there's a really cute drawing. Okay, picture in your head. Just fantastically rendered drawing of a nude Seth Rollins run. He doesn't have toes, but you don't care because it's so cute. And there's
We don't
this
know if
like
he has toes anyway because he's always wearing boots.
great point. Could be club-footed. And there's this little dust cloud behind him. It's really comical.
Speaking of feet, real quick, did you guys see the pictures of CM Punk, like his UFC pictures?
Yes.
Was anyone
Yes.
else weirded out that like like his feet just weirded me out for some reason?
He's got like hobbit feet.
Well, no, I'm
He
used
just kind of had a
to.
look that he was trying to poop.
Well, I'm used to CM Punk wearing like the full like knee length boot type things, and
Yeah, the
then,
boots and kick pads. Yeah.
yeah. So then just to see him like shorts and that's it. It was just kind of weird. I don't know. Just me. I
I can
guess.
see that. All right, my turn. Let's see how I get buried this time. 3. All right, where am I? 1, 2, 3. Wyatt's Gators fight with. I don't see how this should count for me, because they are my Gators.
But they're getting burned by the Druids.
That's true.
Yeah, if they roll away, like to get away from the fire and knock you over and drags you into the next space.
Oh, fucking Taker.
And technically,
Bastard.
aren't they Luke's Gators?
He does the gator roll.
No, my Gators taught him how
Oh.
to roll.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha. All right.
all right. 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm on a blank space.
Great job.
I was hoping for a 5.
That space may come into play later, though.
Blue says they are
course.
Braves Gators. Harper just played with them a lot.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I was about to say, does that bother anybody else?
A little bit.
I don't know.
Oh,
And Rowan
Harrison.
had the sheep.
Harrison, I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm chilling with this cat.
4.
Fact.
1, 2. Oh, shoot. 3, 4. Okay. Roman looks weak, and the fans remember that they wanted Daniel Bryan, and I have
Oh.
to move all the way back to where Joe is.
Even though you are Daniel Bryan.
Isn't that ironic? Right?
You know, when I did the
Don't you
first,
think?
it's a little too ironic. I really do think. When I first did the first game, you know, I drew Vince and Triple H at the start, so I was kind of thinking about the road to WrestleMania from their perspective. So, like, you know, things like fans rejecting the main event was like a bad thing. But then, yeah, it kind of screws with it when it's the wrestlers that you want to win that you're playing as.
Yeah.
So it's hard to have a, I don't know, protagonist going through this thing. Like Candyland, the protagonist is kids that want to eat candies, you know, and Shoots and Ladders is kids that don't want to fall down a chute and climb some ladders.
Like you said, man, layers.
Layers. And,
So many
and
layers.
subtext.
Just layers.
Yes.
All right.
Like 5 layers in Photoshop, but anyway.
All right. We've got Seth Rollins.
Nerds.
Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. Who you guys got?
Oh God. Okay, really? On the entire card, this is your bathroom match.
What?
What?
Come on, does anybody really want to see Seth Rollins? Okay, Garvin.
Match
legitimately-
quality alone, yes.
I agree. I want to see it. I think it'll be
Really?
good.
I see. I definitely get your point, Harrison. Ultimately, the result of this match doesn't matter at all.
At all.
And I don't. Match
just catch it on
quality is
YouTube later.
debatable. I really don't care about
I think-
Orton as a wrestler either.
Yeah, I feel like Orton has really lost a step, at least as far as his match quality over the past year. I don't know. I don't know if he's getting old or if
He
he's just
hasn't been
starting to not
around a
care.
whole lot.
Yeah, that's true too. But I just feel like he really just has not brought his A game. I mean, we got all excited for heel Orton because face Orton sucked. And now we're getting all excited for heel Orton. And now it's like, well, now we're kind of getting this tweener Orton, and it's just not working. Well, I guess he is face Orton right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting the authorities, so
But he's not really a face. But we can't have a heel versus heel match because those don't exist.
those are never any good at all.
At all. So let's dust that one off off the shelf and bring that down. So anyway, I'm picking Orton because why the hell not?
I'm picking Orton too, but it's kind of because I think Seth Rollins is going to I'm predicting Seth Rollins will cash in probably on Raw the next night. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but and WWE just has this weird thing where a lot of times it seems like they want I don't know. My interpretation of the way they make sense is to have the person who's about to win the title lose the match beforehand. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like just kind of giving that perception that like, oh, the champion is, could lose at any time. So I'm predicting Randy to win. And actually, I know I see a lot of people kind of crapping on this whole feud, but I've kind of enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to stop backing me on Patreon because I'll shut up then. But I'll dance whatever dance you want me to. But I've kind of enjoyed the segments with J&J Security and Orton and Rollins. I don't know. It's been fun.
Is this going to be one of those things, James, as you're reading it, you're just going to watch your Patreon account just get smaller and smaller, and then you're just going to start pivoting. But now that we're leaning towards WrestleMania, I'm just going to change my mind and think it's going to go a different way. Like you're just going to try, like you're watching the stock market, trying to figure out where you can get the butter and where your opinion should go so you maximize profit.
Yeah. Kind of like, yeah, I really hate Cena, and yeah, I hate the Bellas, and Roman's okay. I mean, Roman sucks. I mean, and just like updates in real time somehow without me refreshing.
So awesome.
So some thoughts real quick. Las Vegas, the odds right now have Rollins as the favorite. Blue Cactur on the in the live chat also says I see Rollins winning too, which would be why they had Orton already get his revenge. So what do you guys think about that? Are you guys still leaning towards Orton with those two thoughts in mind?
Yeah, I think so. I mean the betting stuff, that doesn't really affect my opinion too much. And yeah, I could see that about Orton getting his revenge.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry. I guess not. But it's a good point.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Orton as well. I just, Rollins doesn't necessarily need the win. I think a Orton win will leave the crowd happy. Wherever this is on the card, maybe this is your first hour main event or second hour main event. But I think Rollins losing would be fine. It just kind of depends on, what's going to happen next for Rollins. Does he cash in? Or is this his only appearance of the night? So yeah, for me, I see Rollins losing here.
But Rollins doesn't need the win.
Yeah,
He's got the case.
But Harrison, I completely disagree with you. I think, and this is and the live chat saying this as well. This could be match of the night. Just overall quality. Show stealing.
Not a chance.
I could see.
Really?
I'm still coming off of Rollins' triple threat match at the Rumble, though. That was so good.
Oh no,
Maybe
look,
that's affecting me.
Okay, Rollins is going to bring it. I mean, hands down. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is Orton might drag down this match.
Yeah, and we're already getting other matches that are probably going to be excellent, like the IC title match, the tag title match.
Yes.
I don't know about Wyatt versus Taker. simply because Taker's been so much of a non-factor. But, I mean, that could still be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think Rollins versus Orton is going to outshine a lot of those matches.
All right, well, let's move on to that next match. Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker.
Don't we have to roll?
No, we're going to skip rolling. We're going to skip turn right now. So, yeah, Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. As I mentioned before, WrestleMania will take place on the West Coast, which means the sun will still be out. So do you guys think it will be weird when Bray and Undertaker both have their entrances in the daylight?
I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah,
No,
now
I
it
mean,
is.
Well, Vince
Yeah.
is kind of like Monty
Thanks,
Burns from The Simpsons, and he did block out the sun.
It's true.
Um,
Garvin, now you're like that guy who says, okay, you're breathing now, in and out. And so now all you can do is think about your own breathing, and you're like, fuck, if I stop, I'm going to die. So now that's how I am with Taker and Wyatt now. I wasn't really thinking about the entrances at all. I was going to be going, watching the entrances. Now, watching the entrances, I'm going to be thinking, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird, because Garvin said this was going to be weird.
Well, there's no fireflies. How are they going to like produce that effect that we've that we've come to be accustomed to?
I think they'll still have something light up that people. I mean, it's going to be getting to dusk. So
There's going to be some huge props because remember, this is a company that set up huge palm trees on the ring, so half the audience can see the match inside.
Yeah.
that's how you sell a pay-per-view. You have to send them home and have them get the replay to see what they missed.
Yeah.
No, if I've got to pick, I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt. I think at this point, Taker's just going to help elevate talent that needs to be elevated. And for Bray Wyatt to get the nod from Taker, I mean, he's already hitting all the cylinders. He's great in the ring. The character is phenomenal. The mic work is superb. I can really see Taker giving him the green light to be the man to essentially take over the mantle, to be that creepy ass motherfucker who will live on for ages.
I'm with you, Joe.
And he's got the pedigree due to the family.
This is true. On paper, this all works, except for the fact that Taker lost last year. And so that's just what I'm thinking is you're going to go 2 years in a row with Taker losing. And that's the only reason, I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's the only reason I'm taking Taker, because I just cannot see that they're going to go 2 years in a row with a loss when they made such a big deal about, 21
But in the
and
inverse, I mean, how many years in a row were they going to have him win? It's at this point, maybe he's going to take some losses. He's got to be at this point going, no, I'm going to take the job because, well, I can, and I don't.
But then, what does that mean for next year? That's going to be Taker's going to come out and put someone over again. What is he, Jericho?
Nope, I'm going to see retirement
After this match.
Yep.
I still want him versus Kane.
Mm.
I want that match. I want that to be the last WrestleMania match. I still stand by it.
Undertaker versus Concessions Kane.
Yes, versus Concessions Kane. No, I want that WrestleMania match. Undertaker versus Kane, brother versus brother, and that's Taker. I mean, because we're not going to get the Taker versus HBK retirement match, which really, I mean, is there anybody here who doesn't think that would be the ideal scenario?
That'd be great.
As in HBK saying "I love you" right before he super kicks him in the face.
Undertaker saying "I love you."
Do you think he was talking to Flair's boobs?
But anyway, I'm picking Taker. The rest of you guys picked Wyatt, so I wanted to get my Taker pick out of the way.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change my pick to Taker as well because clearly this board game is the completely 100% accurate allegory to the actual Mania booking. And considering that I am getting buried to hell in this game, there is no way Wyatt is beating Taker on Sunday.
Oh man, just the tension in your voice.
But seriously, I can't see a scenario where Taker beats Wyatt, or where he should beat Wyatt at any rate. There are just so many reasons for Wyatt to win this match that Vince had to pick one, right?
Yeah, and this is being talked about in live chat as well. I mean, just the idea, like, what does Undertaker gain from a win? What does WWE gain from a win from the Undertaker? You know, and I don't know, like, part of me is torn on this just because, like, we haven't even seen Undertaker. Like, he hasn't been on TV yet, so he's going to show up for one night to lose. It just seems odd. So, I don't know. But I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt as well. I think Wyatt has the most to gain. Yeah, so it has to be Wyatt.
I'm personally picking Undertaker. Kind of just because he lost last year. For me, that's a big part. Like, I was rewatching WrestleMania 30, and I mean, he just looked like such a piece of garbage in the ring at the end of it. I mean, he had a concussion, of course. I know it's in storyline, just got beat, but he just looked so bad at the end that I could see them using this as a way to, to kind of like bring him back into, I don't know, to just give him a strong send-off, basically. And, from Wyatt's perspective, even if he wins, I don't know, beating Undertaker at WrestleMania after he's already been beaten once, to me, that doesn't seem quite as like big of a deal as it should be. It's kind of almost like sloppy seconds from Brock Lesnar or something. I don't know. I mean, it'd still be a big deal for him, but in this match, it's funny that you start talking about the entrances, because I feel like for this match, what I'm really looking forward to is the entrances and just seeing what Taker looks like after a year. That's the main draw for me.
Okay. Let's roll.
Oh, I lost a turn because of Seth Rollins' cheating heart and angry girlfriend.
Yep. All right,
So
Nick.
my role now.
This is your chance.
He really should have spread any nude pictures of her around for doing that.
Agreed. Just get them all out there.
3. 1, 2, 3. Jericho supports me on his podcast. Move with 3 spaces. Oh, he supports that son of a bitch. Build him out too.
Gets funnier every time.
It really does.
That's the key to humor, is the more people say the joke, the better it gets.
It really does.
Hey, I got a question for you podcasters. So I'm just curious, with all these like wrestlers that are coming out with podcasts like all over the place now, do you feel a little, I don't know.
We were there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, to an extent. Like, at first, when we had just like Stone Cold, I think it was hilarious because like it was really funny how bad it was. That's what made it great. Like, you'd be talking and I'm just like, but I gotta tell you, I gotta make some money. So let me tell you about stamps.com. Like, that was great to see him try and just fudge through a commercial. Once the production value started getting better, it was like, okay. And then everybody else got a podcast, and it's not so great.
It jumped the shark for me.
It totally did, really quick.
It totally did when Jericho got his podcast, because it was like, crap. You got a guy who really understands entertainment value and really gets what to do with people. And it's not just wrestling at that point, because he can use it as an outreach for a band. So as a business decision, it makes the most sense. And it's like, crap. This is like, well, so much for being number one.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, the official Jump the Shark moment will be the official WWE podcast when that comes out.
Yeah. Well, TNA came out with one. It didn't last very long.
It
lasted
really,
like maybe like 5 episodes.
They really should have just gotten us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, on one hand, I like the idea that wrestlers are doing podcasts, because that makes the idea a little bit more popular. So people are searching for wrestling podcasts, but at the same time, like, there's just so many wrestling podcasts, new ones starting every week. It's so easy to get lost in the mix, especially for, a fan-made podcast. So, it is kind of annoying that someone like us, who has been working at this for 5 years, are struggling to get new listeners, yet like Stone Cold, gets podcast listens without even trying. JR, who has the worst audio ever and the
I've
worst
unsubscribed.
and the worst interviewer ever, gets so many listens just because he's JR, and that part of it bothers me because, it's like we do spend quite a bit of time trying to, or at least we have in the past, like we've tried to perfect the audio that we were putting out, and just to see like these terrible podcasts being put out there and getting so many listens, that is frustrating. But at least it is bringing more listeners to the to the idea that we're here.
Yeah. But I still need to roll.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
There we go. It's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just passed up the business.
All right, I better not get a 4 or 6.
3's gonna suck for you too.
But it's Harrison's turn. I forgot.
Yeah. I have to roll exactly a 3, right?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Are we about to give Flippy the ultimate push of a lifetime when he's dressed up as a bunny? Because that's how wrestling works. Oh no!
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Let's see. Go back to start.
That's awesome.
And the worst part is he isn't.
So joke's on you, Harrison.
That's fantastic.
I'm glad you didn't fill that spot in like we had briefly talked about, James.
Yeah, they're in the pre-show. Oh man, now I'm chilling out here. You know what? I'm gonna hang out here with Triple H and Stephanie. They're cool people.
See, Justin Gabriel, this is what happens when you try to get yourself over at the expense of Adam Rose.
Oh
3,
man.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I lost a turn. Nude pics are leaked of a top superstar. Lose a turn.
But you get to admire that cute drawing.
Yeah, it is. It is very nice, actually.
You got to say cute because that's what the artist called it.
It's adorbs.
When I hear other people say it, sounds a little like, I don't know, patronizing in a way.
You're the one who called it yourself.
Yeah, I'm regretting that. Did you guys hear that Justin Gabriel wanted to call himself the Darewolf, as in a daredevil werewolf?
Daredevil. Yeah, he is calling himself the Darewolf.
He is.
Seemed a little ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Darewolf instead of werewolf. I like because he's been doing the skydiving thing. That's been public knowledge.
Just think if he partnered up with Truth Martini.
Yeah.
Truth or Darewolf.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Why does he have to? Why not come back to WWE and team up with R-Truth?
Forget that. That's too easy. It's too easy just sitting on the roster wearing a bunny suit and getting paid.
Yeah, paychecks. What can you do?
All right, next match. Sting versus Triple H. Should note, Las Vegas odds have Sting as the favorite.
Who wins this match? Not even the fans. God, this is going to be a terrible match. And I bet Sting's going to wrestle with a shirt on.
Kevin Owens wears a shirt.
That's different. They know he's a big dude, and it's better for that to happen.
Do you think
Sting used to be buff?
Do you think Sting wears the shirt when he goes swimming in a public pool?
Probably. He probably wears it when he showers.
Gotta get that merchandise money, yo. Make that paper.
Yeah, no shade. But no, I'm gonna go with Sting because it's Sting and not Triple H. Triple H will do the job. Because I think they said Triple H is like 3-7 at WrestleMania. Is that correct, or is it 7-3? I don't remember which column. Hey, he has more wins in. That being said, I would have liked this 10 years ago.
Would you have though? Triple H.
I would have. Triple H and Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Triple H in his heyday would have been better. I'm just not hip on the I don't like the storyline. I don't like the fact that they waited this long for Sting to actually talk in a ring.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's all voiceovers until, this is what it's like to start Monday Night Raw. Yourself like that. Okay, cheap Pop Foley, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I just didn't think we needed Sting in the WWE as an active wrestler. Sting getting into the Hall of Fame, I'm down with, especially when, WWE bought WCW. Sting was the icon. Sting was the man way back when. I'm not trying to knock anything he's contributed to pro wrestling. I just don't want to see it now. So, but yeah, Sting's gonna win. Rant over. Mic drop.
I agree that I think Sting will win. I'm not like quite as negative as you are on it. Because I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Triple H always has good matches. I don't know. I feel like a lot of his matches are kind of slow and predictable. Sting, I can't think of too many really bad things he did in TNA, but I didn't follow it that closely. So I think it'll be decent. And but I agree with you. That's really weird that he talks now. After months of just pointing, that he comes out like super chummy, kind of corny, like
Uncle
everyone's
Sting.
buddy. Yeah, Uncle Sting.
I was pretty afraid he was going to start going into insane icon territory.
No, he
Yeah.
had. Okay, first off, I mean, look, the Sting character is so well worn between WCW and TNA that there really isn't much left other than Uncle Sting. And they had to get him. I mean, he was going to have to do a promo. I mean, and so we got what we got. I'm picking Sting because I can't see Sting coming back. This is going to be his one match. It's against Triple H. It's the one that everybody wanted, but 15 years ago. So we're stuck with it now. And I'm picking Sting because if Sting beats Triple H, I'm buying Kevin a Sting onesie. Then he can put on his son.
No, you should buy one for him.
I don't think they make Sting onesies that big though.
Oh, we'll make one.
Hello, Harrison. Let me introduce you to the internet.
I'm not looking up Sting onesie. Adult size Sting onesie. I don't want to see that.
Oh, now you've done it. Rule 34B of the internet. If you can think it, it's out there.
Oh, it
Little
probably
live
is.
chat.
There's probably slash fic out there of these two.
No, there absolutely is. I can guarantee without even looking.
How much have you written, Nick?
An odd bit here and there.
The gigs and gigs of my hard drive will attest to the amount of slash fic is out there. These two guys. All right. So yeah, that's yeah. So we got Uncle Sting.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and echo the sentiments here. Sting's gonna win. I don't see any real scenario where it's best for business that Triple H goes over. So yeah.
Yeah, Sting wins. If we learned anything from the Wrestling Isn't Wrestling video that's been making the rounds as of late, it's that Triple H.
That's amazing.
Triple H always gets embarrassed in the end.
And he apparently endorsed that video, so we know it's true.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go Sting. But I agree with your sentiment, Joe. I'm not really interested in this match. I don't like how they've built this, and yeah. Live chat is also saying that Sting wins. All right, roll.
Real quick, are we really endorsing the narrative that the WWE is telling that this is a match we've all wanted to see since WCW shut down?
Yes.
It seems legit.
They can agree that people have been clamoring for Sting to be in the WWE.
Oh, yeah.
Over anything else, though?
Well, I mean, the charm wore off once we got to, the 2000s.
It's better than wanting to see Conan in.
I mean, Sting Taker's right there. I think that's the match everybody's been wanting to, or has wanted to see 10 years ago, aside from Sting and Triple H.
I'm pretty sure it was actually Samoa Joe versus CM Punk.
That's the one that hipsters like Nick want to see.
I would.
No, Nick's
like
right.
to
It is
see that.
Sting Taker. It is Sting Taker because those two guys, they never left the company. They're Sting's diehard WCW, Taker's diehard WWE. They never really did anything outside of that. Yeah, I can see that, but yeah. So so then do you see Sting doing a match next year against Taker?
I would hope not.
the combined age of these two has got to be approaching over 150
in a buried alive match that ends in a draw.
How? They both fall in?
They both fall in.
Then who puts the dirt on top?
Everyone.
The force.
Triple H, of course.
Kane does it.
It was pretty weird how Triple H really made it sound like it was all about WCW versus WWE, and then Uncle Sting came out and right off the bat says, "This isn't a WCW thing." It's like, yeah, well, it's kind of what you guys have been saying the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this would have been much better if Sting was on TV more. Like him just coming out as the vigilante during Survivor Series, and then disappearing for months, and then coming back as a vigilante again. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. But I think having him on TV and like actually talking and creating a story by being there and actively doing so rather than what we have, I think they definitely failed to really make this feel important.
Would it make you feel better if he came out and said, "Hi ho, neighborino"? Would that have helped sell the match?
Yeah, I mean,
he comes up, "Hey guys, I'm here to just by the way, I heard that some of you guys are having some problem with some plumbing in your bathroom. I'm figuring you can take care of that for yourself as well." And it's just, Sting's life tips. It's just Sting's, this is how you can microwave popcorn to make sure you get the maximum amount of kernels cooked without burning them.
And now we're going to paint a little tree, a little friend.
Just a little friendly tree right over here.
All right, let's roll.
Having trouble folding a fitted sheet? I can help you with that.
Okay, I already rolled. I was a little eager and rolled ahead of time. I rolled a 5. So let's see where I wind up. I already counted it out, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Someone actually stole the IC title, and now I have to find it. Lose a turn.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know.
Detective Orton is on the case. There's his next gimmick.
There you go.
I like it.
All right, I rolled a 2. So that puts me squarely in the social media lounge.
Great job.
With Renee Young. Giggity, giggity. That's not a bad one to land.
No, that's definitely a welcome change from what I've been rolling previously.
I got a 3. 1, 2, 3. I am also helping look for the IC title, and I lose a turn.
What I've learned is this needs to be longer, I think. More spaces.
I like your idea of doing one for every WrestleMania. Then, like, one day we can print them all out.
Just do one big one.
Yeah, it's like the story mode in the video games, right?
Oh, that'd be
There you
epic.
How many of those do you think we'd have to do? Because at that point, we're thinking.
Well, right now
it'd
it'd be 31.
Yes.
Oh God. So whose turn is it now? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is mine. Okay.
Yes.
And then we could also maybe do an award for whoever wins the most championships by landing squarely on the WrestleMania winning spaces.
He rolls a 6. He rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, move up 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Joe does it better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
See? We're running out of turns.
I still need to find that clip of where I went, yeah, I'm gonna kiss you.
There it is.
What?
So we just got it now. That works.
Yeah.
All right, so I moved up to a blank spot, but I'm close.
That's what she said?
I don't think I've rolled a 2 yet though, so that might be difficult. All right, so main event time, guys. Roman Reigns, the future of WWE versus Brock Lesnar. Who you guys got?
I've gone
I'm
through
rolling with
everything.
Roman Reigns. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said we've gone through everything so quickly. I can't believe we're already here.
Quickly, it's like we've been recording for 2 hours.
Oh,
Snap, dog!
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. It's actually just looking at my board game and just marveling at the little pictures I drew. Just lose hours in it.
Just beaming with fatherly pride.
Yeah. Look at that cat. I'm sorry.
I like that it's completely random.
Random.
Cats. Fact. Move up 2 spaces.
Yeah, it's pretty random. It's kind of like Tyson Kidd's thing, but you know.
Everyone who watches WWE on a regular basis knows what's it.
Yeah.
Fact.
But you know, James, once again, if you go back in time, I mean, you've got the Matt Hardy version 1 Matt Facts. You can totally throw all over this.
That's right.
You could even do a level that is just Matt Facts.
That'd be great. Again,
Matt likes chips and salsa. Move up 2 spaces. Matt's still friends with Shannon Moore. Go back to start.
You can look up naked pictures of Matt Hardy's wife online. Move up 5 spaces.
And lose 1 turn.
Yeah, they'll be losing multiple turns, I'd imagine.
Actually, just a quick thought. Like a community chest type setup, Matt Facts, community chest.
I thought we were back on his girlfriend.
Oh.
I guess that would be more like Lita, right?
Oh. All right, so Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
With recent developments, I am going with Brock Lesnar.
I'm still picking Roman Reigns. I think Lesnar sticking around just means we will actually see a rematch.
Well, but if you believe the news at Kayfabe News, I mean, Lesnar's minimum and maximum number of matches for his contract is 1.
Oh, damn it. Well, Kayfabe News reported this, so I guess that has to be true.
Yeah. Still better than WrestleZone.
Yep.
I think they're going to stick with Roman Reigns, just because they've been doing it for so long. If they haven't changed their minds this far, I don't know that they will. I kind of feel like a lot of this Brock Lesnar stuff, I'm like really skeptical, but I kind of feel like it's all just them trying to work us fans and trying to make us play. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, or we're giving our selves too much credit for thinking that WWE cares about what the fans think, I guess.
Well, they have to. We give them money. I mean, at the end of the day, we could take that attitude, but at some point they do have to care.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but...
I mean, they're still getting my $9.99 a month.
Yeah. I mean, for them, they're thinking we got to put on an entertaining product. And if that means that, Daniel Bryan doesn't get a push because of reasons. But, I mean, yeah, they don't cruise the dirt sheets and, our podcast. TNA did, and they might still do, because they need us to fill in all the gaps that they're writing.
Well, for me, that news changed everything for me as far as Brock Lesnar for sure re-signing with the company. That kind of changed my perspective on this, and just consider this one thing, because I think this really would make this an epic story, and that is if he wins at WrestleMania 31, Brock Lesnar will have defeated the past by destroying the streak. He defeated the present by destroying John Cena at SummerSlam, and he defeated the future by conquering Roman Reigns, all within 1 year. To me, that's huge. That's a huge story that if they're going to continue with Brock Lesnar, I think they almost have to push forward with. I mean, that does kind of put Roman Reigns in a bad spot. But come on. I mean, as far as Roman Reigns being the one to conquer Brock Lesnar versus Brock Lesnar being a guy that is just unbeatable, I think that's a more epic story.
I will support that angle only if Heyman declares Lesnar the King of Time.
Garv, you bring a really good point. I'm picking Lesnar because you're talking about Roman Reigns doing what Taker couldn't do last year, and that's a hard pill to swallow. The other thing is, they are. I think the WWE works best when they have that one big talent that they can rally a card around and a storyline around. And it's been Cena for so long. And Cena's now taken, he's in Cooperstown. He's taken his, he's kind of putting in the cruise control and he's just coasting to the finish line. Brock Lesnar, especially with the signing of his contract, I don't know what the contract details are, but I'm willing to bet they're probably similar to what he has right now. They're still getting by with it, and Lesnar still gets a huge pop, and they still have Heyman. So the fact of Lesnar being this monster dominant character in the WWE that anybody can go and just get swallowed up in, and it's a guaranteed super match for whatever card they're on, yeah, you gotta have him beat Reigns, because if you do it now, you're gonna ding him on WrestleMania. Whereas if you make him an even more unstoppable force that you want to see beat because he's he's a heel. You got to see the heel get beat. Then whoever you put up against and get him over now becomes the job of pushing the face that's going to finally defeat him. And Roman Reigns is not that guy. So I'm taking Lesnar for the reason that Garvin came up with, and because I think it makes for a better story when Lesnar does eventually lose if he wins now.
I agree with what you're saying, and I'm going to just say that I think Roman will win, but I don't necessarily want him to, because I kind of agree with what you're saying about that.
Yeah, and real quick, Diva Joe in the live chat is saying, but how long will they be able to drag that out until the fans are sick of not having a champion? And I can totally see that sentiment, especially if they're going to continue with Brock Lesnar in the capacity that they have. But you need some other pieces to fall into place, such as maybe like a Daniel Bryan, like we said before. Daniel Bryan taking over the Intercontinental Championship, and then the Intercontinental Championship is a much bigger deal on TV each week. I think you can get away with Brock not being on TV a bit longer without an issue going that route. Same thing for whichever direction they end up going with Rusev versus Cena. If Cena wins, that does elevate the U.S. Championship a bit, but at the same time, Rusev winning would also elevate the championship a bit because he beat Cena again. So overall, I do think if they take the WWE Championship off of TV, for a little bit longer, save it for whatever the next big pay-per-view is. I don't think they would wait until SummerSlam, but that's a possibility. Maybe Night of Champions, is that in between? I can't recall.
Night of Champions comes after SummerSlam.
Okay, so but still, I mean, you can keep the title off of TV for the next couple of months, and then decide who, now that you have some time to breathe and think clearly on who should be the guy to conquer Brock Lesnar. We didn't have that time before when we didn't know if Lesnar was going to stay or not. But now that we know he's going to stay, then, WWE can make a much smarter decision.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I'm willing to bet that this match was probably decided before the contract signing. So whatever they did... Actually, that kind of shoots my argument entirely in the foot if that's the case. No, either way.
All right, so yeah, right now all of us have Brock Lesnar winning except for Nick. And I'm sorry, James, who did you back?
Roman.
Okay.
I think Roman Reigns is going to take it home.
All right, and this afternoon, before the Brock Lesnar story broke, Las Vegas had Roman Reigns as the favorite, but that'll probably change. So, okay, let's roll. Potentially the last turn.
Potentially. Or it could go on all night. We don't know. It literally could.
I think we'll end up getting to rapid fire at that point.
Oh, that's right. It's my turn.
Oh, wait, that's right. Lost a turn. Okay, ignore my last turn.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let go.
Nicholas.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Naked pics are leaked of a top superstar lose a turn.
Have some Rollins ass.
It's very cute.
Indeed.
His little butt.
I mean,
Super cute.
if you look at his butt, it's kind of like being balls. It kind of looks like a penis.
Ah, damn it.
This is X-rated.
All right, can we
James,
put,
you've
like,
heard
some-
this show before. It's gonna happen.
Can we kind of garble that or put a censored mark on it or something?
Something's gonna look like a penis.
Pixelate it. Can we do something about that?
Pixelated.
All right. Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. You lost your turn, right?
Yeah.
So it's my turn? All right. Rolling. 3, 1, 2, 3. Wyatt's Gators fight with Undertaker's Druids. Move back one space. No! I was so close.
Did you
How
just
the fuck
channel
you-
your inner Paul Bearer there?
A little bit.
Undertaker.
You have to shoot them with the trank darts, Undertaker.
God damn it, Kane! Let me out of the freezer.
Who was it on this show that thought that
I didn't.
Because-
Lee. It was
Lee?
Lee.
Yeah.
Lee thought that Paul Bear went in one fridge, he'd come out of another one in a different completely different location. Well, he's in the freezer. Well, it's not Narnia. You can't just go in one, come out another.
All right, I rolled a 3. I did not roll correctly, so I'm staying put.
All right.
Let's do another round. James?
Right. I was thinking about adding an extra, like as a strategy thing, like a card you could play that says no sell, where you just don't sell anything that you land on.
Oh, like a get out of jail free card. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that too.
If we came up with more of the Garvin, you need to go pillage the WrestleMania board game or VCR game that I gave you.
Yes.
For some of those cards, we could really work with James and incorporate some of that, make this a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look into that. Making a note. All right.
Okay,
James rolled a 6. Did not make it.
Yes.
So what happened? You just stay there?
Yep.
Okay.
Nick?
All right. Yep.
Don't roll 7.
I rolled a 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to go look for the IC title. Lose a turn.
I think everybody has except for Garvin.
Brian has it.
Already.
Yeah, Brian's holding on to it, which is awesome because I think right
One.
now he's the only one on the board that's actually in that match.
Ooh, crit 1. That's okay though. All right,
All right.
Harrison.
My turn. 2. All right, Renee Young, thank you very much. Slide onto the social media lounge yet again. People can't just get enough of this bunny. I'm gonna.
I just
stand
think
on
we
the
can't get enough of Renee Young. Giggity.
You're the only one who's been invited back twice.
Renee knows who pays the bills. There. I'm sitting on the couch.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Come on.
Yes, Renee, they do have WWE
Uh-huh.
Monopoly.
All right, another round.
All right.
Apparently, we're just going until the game's over.
What is it? 6. I missed again. Do any of you guys have the Raw DVD board game?
No.
No.
My friend and I bought it at Walmart on sale for like $3. It's like you put it in DVD and King shot out the instructions and like it was just so complicated and ridiculous.
I
it
gave
was
Garvin the WrestleMania VCR game, which is awesome, and I've got the wrestling. What do they call it? The Wrestling Superstars board game, but I don't have the instructions. And all it is basically like 6 squares, and one's got like Mr. Perfect, one's got Earthquake and Hogan, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
Joe, it's your turn. Nick has to.
Yeah,
Say.
Nick's gotta suffer.
I used to have another VCR game.
Oh, come on!
And it was WWF. I don't remember exactly like the gameplay because I never really played the game, like maybe once or twice. I just watched the matches because they showed like almost full matches, like Hogan versus Orndorff's cage match.
Wow.
There was also
On the game?
yeah.
What was the point?
Well,
Like
it was like
going-
a VCR thing, so you had to like.
Oh, you had to watch the match?
Well, yeah, you watched the match. I don't remember. There was something like you had to fast forward to certain parts depending on your choices or something like that. But there was also like Iron Sheik versus Bob Backlund. It was some cool stuff.
Nice.
Harrison?
I got a DVD board game that was like the 24 D&D board game or a DVD board game.
Ooh.
It was terrible. 1, 2, 3. Divas get a chance. Roll again. Ladies and gentlemen, the bunny is in play. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
No! Roman looks weak, and the fans remember they want Daniel Bryan, and the bunny goes back. Well, I'm still ahead of where I was when I started, so.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
Someone's got a turkey.
Someone's got the giggles.
All right, here we go.
Sorry, that's from my end.
Are you going to
all
explain
right.
whatever the hell that was? Or
Laughing at you, obviously, Harrison.
It's my wife. She's laughing at something online. I don't know. She broke her leg and she's on a lot of pain pills. So
Dude, put her on the show. Mic her up.
she says she's laughing at us. She probably should be because a lot of this was her idea. Like Cat Facts, that was her, and some of the other stuff. So
All right, here's
She's
my
my
roll.
commentary on how terribly we're doing.
Damn it. All right, so what match are you guys most looking forward to?
I'm going with the Intercontinental Championship match. I always love the ladder match. That's probably the hardest one to predict. There's a lot of guys who could easily get the nod and walk away with the gold. So I'm very excited to see what happens.
I'm going to say the tag team titles. That's going to be an awesome match, regardless of whether the users are in it or not. And yeah, it is a real shame that they're putting that on the kickoff show where it's going to get lost in Booker T's insane ramblings.
are we still rolling? Should I just go again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna say so close to 3. I got 6. I got like 3 6s in a row. If I was using a simple one-handed weapon in D&D, I'd be doing pretty good. Oh wait, is that
really?
4?
Slaughter them trolls. Where were you when we were playing on Sunday?
I don't know.
We're not
Watching
Sunday.
Total Divas, I guess.
All right. Whose turn is it now?
That is my turn.
Yep.
For me, the match I'm most looking forward to is. Are we not doing that yet, or
What?
the match we're
Oh,
most looking
shit.
forward
Yeah,
to?
go ahead. Answer.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Two.
rolled a 4 now? Yeah,
Yes.
just because all we're doing is we're watching YouTube. We're just watching you 4 guys try and roll a 3 and a 2. For me,
Damn!
For me, it's every year, every WrestleMania, the match I always look forward to, and it's just because I'm a kid at heart, is Taker. Every single time Taker's music hits, I'm 10 years old again, watching in my bit. Ooh, I get to roll again. Divas get a chance. I get to roll again. Woohoo!
Oh.
Here we go. 5. Oh, damn it. He runs the loop again.
Oh,
Roman
dear.
looks weak, and the fans remember that they wanted Daniel Bryan. This rabbit is just like, I'm in just a circle of pain right now. For me, it's Taker. It's always going to be Taker until he retires. And it's just because, like I said, the music hits, he comes walking down, and I'm 10. And that's something that is never going to go away, and it will always be the case, no matter how jaded we want to be about how old Taker is and how rusty he looks in the ring and how terrible this match is going to be. It is. It's always going to be Taker's match at WrestleMania.
I just rolled a 2.
Oh.
And we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. We finally did it.
The game is over.
Well, go
Daniel
again?
Bryan gets
Nick,
his
go ahead and
WrestleMania
say it.
Fuck no, John Garv.
2 years in a row, I think. I think I won last year's too.
You're
Did you?
right. You did. Because I remember Brian won the board game, your board game, and then you went on to win WrestleMania. I'm like,
Yes.
that's a good sign.
So Daniel Bryan, that's a good sign that Daniel Bryan will walk away with the Intercontinental Championship this year.
It's a consolation prize.
Yeah. That's okay. Hey.
Gonna have it laid over him as he's carried on a stretcher.
So for me, on paper, like all of these matches are actually pretty good. Sting versus Triple H, again, I'm not into it, but everything else on this card is watchable and most likely will be really good. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, especially now that Lesnar resigned. I'm looking forward to this just to see like what happens, which is exciting. It's exciting. This was like a comment then that Donald Paulton posted in the Facebook group asking if this year's WrestleMania was too predictable. And really, looking at our predictions, not much of it is one-sided. And a match like this, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, where you don't really know what direction WWE will take, I think that's a really good sign. So, but that's it.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, isn't it like every year people complain about how predictable WrestleMania is, and it turns out it's kind of 50-50 on it actually being predictable versus completely unpredictable?
Yeah,
like
not just WrestleMania, every pay-per-view.
No, WrestleMania in particular, though.
Sure, a lot more people say that. Yeah, because it is the most watched pay-per-view of the many.
Anyway, I'm sorry, James. You were going to say?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Mostly, it seems like everyone complains about being predictable, but yeah, I kind of agree with what was said about the main event. Like, I'm not confident in their ability to put on a really good match, but I'm definitely interested in the outcome and seeing if Rollins cashes in. There's no one match on the show that I'm really looking forward to more than the others, but I'd say with all the matches, or most all the matches, it's like I'm looking forward to them a decent amount. You know, I'm excited for WrestleMania. There's a real standout to me, but overall, I think it'll be a good show.
Agreed.
Quite.
All right. I think we can go ahead and close this up. This is probably the longest episode that we've done this year, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, we're going to be releasing the Twitch feed video up on our YouTube channel a little bit later on this week. Hopefully on Wednesday when the podcast goes out, but we'll see what happens. But right now, final thoughts before we move on.
Final thought. Yeah, it's I'm excited for WrestleMania, even though I can't watch it because I'll be working.
Oh, bummer.
Why is Mick Foley putting in Kevin Nash? Has anybody said that?
That was something that Mick Foley tweeted and then retracted later on. So I don't know if that's official.
Oh, okay. Because it's kind of random.
It is.
I mean, I saw the point made where when he was in WCW, he and Nash were traveling partners. So I don't know.
I guess I can see that.
And they don't want to bring back X-Pac again?
Yeah, that was an argument I saw made against them bringing back HBK, is they didn't want that whole induction thing to just be 20 minutes of jokes and winks at the camera.
Oh, like that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
No, the worst thing in the world is, I love my mama. My mama is the best woman in the world. I love my mama on Arbor Day, Valentine's Day. I love my mama on Shrimp Boat Day.
Shrimp Boat Day.
I don't know. I had to pick something, and that's absurd, and I can't think of anything more absurd than Arbor Day, so I had to go off the clock.
Shrimp Boat Day. I'm looking that up. I bet it's a day.
Shrimp gumbo.
All right, James, how can people find you?
Well, BotchedSpot.com. That's my main website that got me on this podcast. So, yeah, you check me out there. Look me up on Twitter at BotchedSpot. I'm usually live tweeting during most of the WWE wrestling shows because I don't get any of the weird networks that any of the other shows are on. Facebook.com/BotchedSpot. And, of course, I'm on Patreon as well. So those are all the places you can find me.
And that's just patreon.com/BotchedSpot?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah, all those links are over on BotchedSpot.com. So,
it is.
Yeah, you guys should be good.
Yes, thank you. And actually, just from being on the show, I reached $100 a month. So thank you very much to FTW Podcast and everyone listening.
Very cool, guys. Very cool. Just want a quick thanks to everyone who voted last week on what we should do with our programming schedule. We posted just a quick poll at fanstalkwrestling.com/vote. You guys provided a lot of really good feedback. So this week we put up a new poll. It's what WrestleMania 31 match are you most looking forward to? Again, you can answer by going to fanstalkwrestling.com/vote, and we'll talk all about that next week when we recap and review WrestleMania 31. Thanks, everyone, for listening. If this is your first time, definitely check out fanstalkwrestling.com for the full archive, as well as other listening options and other podcasts we do. You can leave a rating review if you listen through a service that allows it, and spread the word. The wrestling podcast business is just damn too competitive. Thanks to jerks like Jericho and Stone Cold, now everyone thinks they can sit in front of a computer and record a podcast. Don't let us get lost in the mix. Push us to the top, right where we belong. You can follow me on Twitter. Well, you can follow all of us on Twitter at FTW Podcast. When you guys watch WrestleMania this week, mention us. You can follow Nick at Atomic Deke as well. I'm sure you'll be tweeting.
Indeed, I shall.
But we'll talk next week, guys. Thank you.